Hi there guys, it's the Arty Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Of course, grab your teas, grab your coffees, and yes, maybe a little bit of food. And let's do this. Right then guys, you know how this works. Let's take a sip of coffee before we begin today's show. You know how this works, guys. Come on. Lovely.
And you know how this works.
Let's pop it on my Crash Bandicoot coaster there. And yes, guys, if you're new here today and you're into gaming retrospectives, complete unbox experiences, art and graphic design, and of course a whole load of nostalgia, then yes, you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And yes, guys, if you can handle the Arty Gamers mess and madness and want to get notified when the next video goes live, then of course just pop on your notification bell, held up by Tails there. Well, as promised, today we are going to do a complete unboxed experience. It's been quite a while since we've done one of these, but oh yes, I have been doing some recent gaming pickups. I have had a little bit of a dabble on DAGamings Vinted site, and of course I will leave his link to his lovely retro store in the description below. And I picked up Monsters Inc. Scare Island from his store, and yeah, today we're going to be doing a complete unboxed experience of this. Well, not much more to be said really. Let's take another sip of coffee and we'll begin by looking at, of course, the front, the back, the manual, the disc, a little bit of the gameplay, and of course my nostalgic thoughts from when I was a child playing this game. We've just had a sip, but you know, like I said, let's just go again.
Can we, don't want to go cold now.
Lovely. Oh, wow. Okay, then. So, yes, it's been a while, so I'll probably be a little bit rusty. But yes, here we go. We have Monsters Inc. Scare Island. Now, why did I pick this up? Reason being is because I had some really awesome memories playing this as a child, and I didn't actually own this game at all. This game was very much purchased from a place called
Bargain Booze
when I was growing up. Very similar to Blockbuster, basically. And yeah, it was just it was a DVD store, but also had PlayStation 2 games as well. I think I remember it only being PlayStation 2, actually. I have no recollection of any Xbox games on there, Nintendo, anything like that, you know, GameCube games, etc. I just have vivid memories of just having PlayStation 2 slapped over everywhere. It wasn't really a chain, I don't think, either. It was just very much an independent store, from what I can gather anyway. But yeah, they basically rented out PlayStation 2 games, and it would probably pretty much be every weekend my dad would, go to the store, probably to pick up some booze. And he would take me along, and he would always go to the PlayStation 2 selection and would be like, well, you know, do you want to choose a game? And of course, I'm like, yes, absolutely. And for a period of time, oh God, it must have been going on for quite a few months, actually. Every time we did go, I would always go for Monsters Inc. Yeah, I had a really cool time with it. But I say a cool time. Yeah, guys, I don't think I pretty much got any further than the first level. I was very, very young at the time, but I do have some really awesome memories of just kind of like playing as, God, well, weirdly, that's kind of Lizard. Again, forgive me, I'm not actually massively clued up either on the actual lore of this or any of the characters, but I swear there's a purple lizard in this game. And yeah, just roaming around as this purple lizard, and yeah, for some reason, it really just does hold some really lovely memories of just roaming around with this purple lizard.
Yeah, just roaming around with this purple lizard.
I'd love to try and find this purple lizard. But anyway, yeah, nevertheless, it was really, really fun. And it was also just a really nice time just going to the Bargain Booth on the weekend, going with my dad to pick up this game. And when I saw DA having it on his store, I was like, wow, come on. it's got to be a purchase for me, especially when there's a lovely disc and manual involved with this as well. So I've got to show this to the everyone on YouTube. So yeah, here we go then, guys. Straight in with the box art here. Now, to be honest, there isn't much to be said. It is just the two main protagonists here.
Michael Zalski giving it large.
For me, I don't think this box art really does do anything special at all. I think I mainly just picked it up for that nostalgic reason. I don't think it really does give any reason to pick up this game, actually. In fact, I would just say it could just be if you remove the PlayStation 2 logo there, it could just be some sort of, film, actually. Just maybe some sort of little added extra bonus, watch for a film. Yeah, nothing really symbolizes that this is a video game, minus the PlayStation 2 logo there. They are just kind of, in an action shot running out of this spiraling loop. I really actually don't dig the box art for this at all. I really, really don't. And you know what, guys? It is one of those moments where they have actually used the actual animation, the CGI characters from the actual film. They haven't actually taken the animated characters from the game, which I think maybe is one of the reasons why I'm actually like, this box art really doesn't sell it for me, because I like it when games actually use the character models from the game itself, if it is something that's taken from a film. And unfortunately, it doesn't do that there. So again, for me, I'm a bit like, okay, this doesn't scream video game to me. I don't know what I'm going to be doing in this game. It doesn't give me any indication whether it's going to be action platform, very story driven, maybe just point and click kind of vibe. Who knows? But then again, on the flip side, that's actually what might make people pick this up. Be like, oh, hang on, I swear I recognize these characters from Monsters Inc. here. Okay, a PlayStation. All right, then. Well, maybe actually this is a bit more of like an interactive part of the movie. Awesome. Two ways about this, isn't it, really? But for me personally, I don't think this box art really does it justice, actually. I think for me, when I was younger, the reason why I kind of picked this up, I think originally I just picked it up. I just picked it up to start with. But then when I actually went and played it, something caught me. But I don't think it was necessarily the box art that really, made me grab it. In fact, you know what? I believe it may have even actually been my dad suggested this game because he knew I had a great time watching the film of Monsters Inc. It was very big at the time. And then after playing it, I was like, actually, okay, no, I do like this. So much so that every weekend we would go back after they'd taken it back and all that jazz, and then I'm like, right, okay, well, we need to give it back, well, let's have it again, that kind of vibe. Not much to be said, unfortunately. But then again, it is a nice white backdrop on that, and I like the color white, and it does allow, lovely character models to be able to shine through and kind of see what is going on there with their action shots, with their poses and stuff like that. That's quite cool from like an artist standpoint. And again, guys, yes, you know what I'm going to say. If there are any artists out there that, want to just take a few screenshots of this to help inspire your next art piece, then yes, absolutely go ahead. You could easily just pick that up from, online Google, I would assume, because again, they have just used kind of models there from the film itself. There we go. Monsters Inc. as well, just slap bang right at the top there. They haven't really gone all out with the logo either. And I would say Scare Island is just a little bit. It's a shame, really. It's a shame because normally I'm always very positive about box art, but for this one, unfortunately, it doesn't really scream, pick up and play. For me personally. Right then, okay, so let's just take a flip. Of course, we'll have a look at the back now. And again, I don't really know what to make of this either. There is a lot of text. I mean, yes, I think it does go into a little bit of a story, which is nice. Again, they might have wanted to maybe have moved that into the manual a little bit more to actually maybe make some of these, the screenshots a little bit bigger, maybe add a few more, because, coming off the front of that, you don't really know what is going on. You don't really know what to expect. So the next stage of that person that's going to buy the game is to flip it onto the back to see what is going on. Like I said,
especially with that front cover.
And again, not much to be said here. 3 screenshots, randomly placed, I would say. And again, it doesn't really give too much, does it? I mean, you know, we've got, again, the main protagonist's just there in a bedroom doing absolutely nothing. They are just there. Again, we've got, I mean, I guess talking to a few different NPCs here, some characters that you're going to meet in the game, but again, doesn't really scream pick up and play to me. They're just having a conversation. So, yeah, again, not that enticing. And then what is going on up here? Gosh, very dark screenshots as well, unfortunately. Gosh, yeah, right, okay, looks like they're on some sort of machinery here. Maybe that might symbolize a bit of platforming there, but oh my gosh, you know, come on. Like I said, if you've got a front cover like that, at least get these screenshots nice and big. What are you going to be doing as a player in this game? But for me, instantly, it just looks like we're going to be asleep. Might just have a chat to a few people here. And then, okay, maybe a little bit of platforming, but because it's so dark, sorry, I can't quite tell. So yeah, again, I'm not a massive fan of the back of the box here either. What a shame. You know, just remove this geezer here.
Just remove this geezer here.
Let's get a nice few bigger screenshots, maybe 4 or 5, and then maybe move this story maybe into the manual, maybe clip it a bit as well. You know, you do want a little bit of introduction there. And then, yeah, just have a look at the key features, maybe dotted around some of those screenshots, maybe just underneath each one, because that would be quite nice. I'm like, oh, okay, a little bit of explanation here of these screenshots, because I can't quite tell what is going on here. But yeah, and then we've got some sort of like cityscape just located behind everything, and okay, I mean, it's a nice color blue. It does match the aesthetics of the overall look here, I would say. But I think it would have been nice actually to just have like an inbuilt screenshot from the game itself, maybe just on the backdrop there with everything resting on it. That might have been quite a nice idea as well. But again, for me, unfortunately, nothing much to be said about the back of this box, and it is a shame actually, because yeah, like I said, I always like to keep things nice and positive on here. But yeah, you know, I do stumble across games that don't actually, well, for me personally, have an enticing box art or, you know, something to really capture the gamer from the back. But actually, the game itself is really quite cool. So, you know, of course, I've got to do a complete unboxed. And then also, you know, there might be some people out there that are actually really taken by some of the art and graphic design. So it is important for me to show this because, yeah, you never know, it might inspire your next art piece for sure. Well then, guys, yeah, again, a little bit disappointed with the back here, but guys, we will take a little bit of a pop. We'll have a look at the disc, and of course the gameplay, which did capture me, hence why I did pick this game back up from DA's store, and the gameplay, yes, and disc, etc. Manual as well. I think I've lost my way now, so we definitely need a sip of coffee, guys.
Oh, so we definitely need a sip of coffee, guys.
Come on, join me. Wow, that was nice. That was a nice sip there. Okay, right, let's just give it the artsy gamer. Hey, and the pop right there. Okay then, yeah, so we are greeted with a lovely disc, and again, yeah, manual in tip-top condition as well, hence why I did pick this up. Yeah, I was very happy with this. So, okay, yeah, here we go. We have got a nice disc here, and I actually don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know my thoughts by now, OG subscribers. If they have got a disc that's going maybe just a little bit out there, isn't just a straight copy and paste from the front cover, you know, I like that, and it's full color, which is nice, because I have seen some discs where it is just, I don't know, either a fogged out disc or just plain black, in some cases all plain white with maybe just the logo on there. So it is nice how they have just mixed that up there, and it isn't just a straight copy and paste. So let's just get that a little bit closer now. Disc is in lovely condition as well. Yeah, really, really nice. No scratches or anything, but of course I will give it the flip a little bit later. But yeah, okay then. So look at this. All right, really nice. looks like they're just maybe giving it some sort of high five in the middle there. I mean, it is lost with the hole there. I mean, as they were developing this and putting it in together, I mean, surely they would have known that there would have been a hole there and some of the artwork would have gone missed. So again, I'm not exactly sure what they are doing there. I believe it's some sort of high five, I assume, or a fist pump. I don't know. Maybe about to do an arm wrestle.
I don't know.
So again, it does leave the gamer a little bit confused as to what is going on there. So, you know, that's a little bit of a not great aspect to the disc. But like I said, it isn't just a boom, boom, boom.
A boom, boom, boom.
You know, these guys here, straight on there, they are positioned a little bit differently, which is nice. But again, you know what, guys? Because everything is so bland with this, they could have maybe just added a little bit of extra with regards to, I don't know, maybe a nice kind of backdrop of maybe one of the scenes that you're going to be in, some of the well, maybe like one of the islands, one of the scare islands, I don't know. But again, and unfortunately not, it is just the main protagonists there. But like I said, pros and cons with this, pros and cons. It's nice, it's there, it's visible, it's colourful, I like that. It isn't a straight copy and paste, boom, boom, boom.
Paste, boom, boom, boom.
I have seen better disc arts out there, absolutely. Of course, guys, we do have the PlayStation 2 logo just plastered at the bottom there. A few subtle advertisements here and there, and it is surprising. A Sony Entertainment game. Wow, I didn't know Sony produced this or had parts to play with this game, so that's really interesting. I wonder if they have maybe some more rights to do some more of these games, who knows? But it is Disney Pixar as well, so again, you know, lots of rights here and there, so whether or not they, you know, they're able to do any kind of remake and stuff like that in the future, you know, who knows? Very similar to Simpsons Hit and Run, you know, we all want one of those games, don't we? We all want a lovely remake of all of our kind of like quirky old school games that were in collaboration with, you know, different parties. But because there are so many rights here, there, and everywhere, it is really hard for them to all agree, you know, to go ahead and produce something. But you know, I wouldn't mind some more kind of like Disney games to kind of like really come and have a resurge, actually, you know, on modern platforms. But yeah, there we go. Standard disc there, and of course we will give it the artsy gamer flip. Been a long time now, guys, but oh yes, all you down the camera there, if you are enjoying what you're seeing here today and you do want to drop me a cheeky sub to help me out, yes, please do. It really does help this channel out a ton. And of course, like this video if you haven't already. And like I said, guys, look at this. You know, for a really old disc, it is absolutely spotless. Look at that shine. So yeah, very happy with this purchase. Okay then, so yes, going on to the gameplay, because yes, this is where I do like to just talk a little bit about the gameplay, what to expect. Now guys, like I said, I have very, very foggy memories playing this game as a child, so I really can't go into full depth with regards to what this game is all about. But of course, I will just try and find some B-roll and some footage of the trailer to just kind of give you a bit of an understanding, especially as there isn't much going on with the front cover there or the back to really kind of get a gauge of what this game is all about. But I do believe it is some sort of game that really does just take features from the film in a really fun and interactive way. You're going to be having some really funny conversations and dialogue with lots of different NPCs to help you out and gain missions to help you, progress further through the game, getting different quests and stuff like that. I think there's lots of different bits and bobs to collect as well along the way. Again, like I said, you're going to be following a basic storyline of Monsters, Inc. I believe it is kind of coming off the original one. And I think you do get to play as different characters as well, because like I said, I have very foggy memories, but fond memories at that, of playing as this kind of like purple lizard. So that was really cool. And as I'm talking now, maybe as I'm talking, there were multiple kind of like Monsters Inc. And because my memories are so foggy, was this the game I actually picked up when I was a child? You know, it it makes me question. It does make me question, and I do love how this kind of YouTube channel is very organic, and as I'm talking, it might spark up different opinions and thoughts, and to get the discussions going. Am I right in thinking this was the game that I playing as a lizard, a purple one? It definitely was Monsters Inc. But was there kind of like multiple games on the PlayStation 2? And maybe I thought this was the game that I was playing when I was younger, but actually no, maybe it wasn't. But that's just what's so fun about this channel, and I love it how everyone gets all interactive in the comments. So actually, I don't think it was, but that's all about it. It's all about the fun, isn't it? But yeah, from the game that I can remember, like there was a lot of exploration as well. I remember, going everywhere, lots of different scenes and things to look at as I was playing as this lizard and other characters in the game. And lovely bright colours as well. It was really poppy, which again, I think appealed to me at such a young age. Of course, this game is actually just 3+, so of course it is accessible to very, very young people, and then of course, baby adults like me. So yeah, but I think definitely worth playing if you're into that kind of like Disney gaming collaboration. Of course, I will be playing this game over on TikTok at some stage, and then I will be revisiting this on the channel. Like, was my thoughts and interpretations from the box art, the front, the back, and the manual, were those interpretations right after playing this game? And was the game, the game that I was playing back in the day, probably about 6 or 7 years old? Yeah, so that's what's really interesting as well. Right then, okay, so let's just pop this back open. And of course, we will just have a little flick through the manual now. Yes, and unfortunately, guys, it is in black and white. But it is what it is. We do have some nice character models dotted through and out. So of course, I will just hold it up, and you can take some screenshots here and there if you need. But what I did actually appreciate, I really do love this front page here. There isn't too much going on with it, but it's really plain, simple, and effective. And it actually just kind of gives me like some really cool kind of like doodle ideas, which you can kind of like add like little bits of elements of this kind of like into main bits of your artwork. Just subtle, like, I don't know, maybe like eyeballs or teeth or something like that, as you were drawing kind of big features. I quite like to sometimes add little doodles here and there. And kind of like what I mean by that is, it's quite hard to just explain, but I can kind of like demonstrate. Actually using using one of the dual sensors. So like, you can you have like these, and guys forgive me, I am actually saving this. I do want to do a let's clean. Oh god. But like, you can just about see like in the texture, there's like really subtle like bumps, and there's kind of like my camera's not going to be picking this up, so I don't even know why I'm embarrassed myself picking that up there with that dirty controller. But yeah, if you didn't know, there are like subtle little like X button squares, triangles, and O buttons and stuff like that, like embedded with the lovely feature of the controller there. And what I quite like to do sometimes is, as I said, I've got like a big body of artwork, and maybe it needs filling. Like, sometimes I might add just like little doodles here, there, and everywhere to actually just add a little bit extra. And then I think that is something that I can definitely take, and that can really inspire me for something. So yeah, that's really cool. Okay then, so yeah, just moving through. Like I said, unfortunately, everything in black and white, not too much to be said here. But of course, we do have some nice character models just dotted throughout, and yeah, I'll just
tally the screenshot as and when, guys.
As and when, but yeah, look at this guy. Okay, lovely. Oh, all right. So some basic controller inputs and stuff like that, and yeah, really nice. I quite like the background that is situated on. It could have just been white, couldn't it? But no, they have just put a little bit of an extra in there. I think again, it is that kind of like cityscape that is seen on the back of the box there. But it's nice, they didn't have to. So just some starting screens there. There we go. Just basic text again. Nice. Oh yeah, look at that. Now, I'm going to see if any of these screenshots kind of like spark a memory. Like, was this the game that I played? I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, and yeah, it does, the background does change a little bit as well. More like camo now, which is cool. Oh, okay. We've got some little features there. They are probably going to be helping us out in the game, aren't they? Oh, okay, that's cool. What else here? Oh, yeah. I guess now a little bit of platforming and stuff like that. Such a shame that isn't in colour, is it? Goodness me, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? But yeah, okay. I mean, again, very text heavy, isn't it? And screenshots are kind of like dotted randomly throughout. I don't know how effective that would be with regards to kind of guiding the gamer if they're a little bit lost. But yeah, there we go. This guy keeps appearing quite a few times. Is he maybe a little bit of a guide throughout the story and the game? But yeah, really nice. Yeah, he seems to be, doesn't it? He does seem to be popping up. Ah, so here is the lizard. Here is the lizard that I was on about. Ah, okay. So potentially, guys, potentially this could be the game that I was thinking about. Okay, but yeah, look, there he is. He's actually really cool, isn't he? Again, forgive me, I'm not massively clued up on the film. I just remember having a great time watching it very, very young as a child. And I don't think I've watched many of the recent ones either, to be honest with you, so I can't remember any of their names. But nevertheless, I think that's really cool. And you're all probably screaming at the TV or your phone or whatever now, me not knowing their names. But yeah. Ah, there we go. We have got the names at the bottom there now, or to the side. I do know that woman though. She's always like, Michael Roundstein.
Michael Roundstein.
Oh. But they're really good actually with regards to like, you know, lovely big kind of like character models there if you did want to like actually start to draw something. They are represented quite nice there again, so I will just hold that up a little bit longer for those that do want a screenshot, because that is actually quite cool. Yeah, these kind of like three blocks here, which is quite nice, gives them the full body, doesn't it? Yeah, that's pretty cool. What else have we got here? Okay, again, quite dark screenshots there. Again, not too sure how useful that would be with regards to guiding the gamer through, but you know, they're there. Quite a beefy manual though. And then yeah, just coming to the end credits there. Do we have a little notes page? Doesn't even look like we've got a notes page. No, don't even have a notes page. Blimey. And then okay, hey, nice bit of colour there though. Okay, and then advertising your memory card. Yeah, definitely get a memory card. Oh, look at him there. Woo, baby. That's cool. I love how like the screenshot there, just on the back, is probably like one of the best screenshots throughout. He's actually given him a bit of a scare there, look. Oh, well, there we go. Let's just pop that back in. Yeah. Oh, blimey. Hey, there we go. Well, guys, that was my complete unboxed experience of Monsters, Inc. Scare Island for the PlayStation 2. I'm sorry it wasn't like that uplifting, but for me, this box art really didn't do it. It was actually just more like that nostalgia talking to me to go and pick this game up, which is what I did. And of course, I'm very excited to go and play it on the PlayStation because, yeah, you know, guys, you know, you can't judge a game by its cover, can you, really? So yeah, I think I am going to actually really enjoy this, I believe, hence why I picked it up and of course want to play it for you guys and then again revisit it on my YouTube channel to go, right, okay, yeah, were my thoughts and interpretations right or were they completely wrong as I was doing my initial video here of my complete unboxed. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that today. Just a little extra though, that was a purchase from DA from his Vinted store, but he kindly actually popped in another game as well, and this was Finding Nemo. Oh my gosh, again, I've watched this film, really, really awesome. So of course I will be doing a complete unbox of this on the show at some stage, but again, apparently, guys, this is a really, really hard game, so, oh gosh, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why for a 3+ and like, you know, some sort of like Disney Pixar film. But yeah, apparently it's really, really hardcore, not for the faint-hearted. So I'll be a little bit eager and interested to play this, and of course to do a complete unboxed. Well, right then, guys, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed that video, and of course, guys, yes, I'll catch you in tomorrow's TikTok live and YouTube video where we will be cracking on with our 600 subscriber art piece giveaway. That is me then, the Artsy Gamer, over and